The wind howls through the trees, carrying with it a coldness that chills you to the bone. The library stands before you, its towering structure crumbling with age, its stone walls weathered and covered in creeping vines. It looks abandoned, forgotten, but the air is thick, and the silence, it isn't right. It's too heavy, too still. Something stirs within. You can feel it, deep down. The whispers have started again. You've heard the stories, the ones the locals whisper with nervous glances and shaky voices. This library, once a place of knowledge, now holds only secrets, secrets that refuse to stay buried. The walls, they say, don't just hold the past, they speak it, quietly, just beneath the surface. They whisper the names of those who never left. They whisper of things that should never have been uncovered. You step forward, each footfall echoing like a distant drum. The door creaks as you push it open, and you're met with a gust of stale air, thick with dust, and the scent of old rotting wood. Inside, the shelves stand tall, their contents long since scattered, the books left to decay with time. Yet, even in the silence, there is something more, something that makes your skin crawl. You feel as though eyes are watching you. Though the place is empty, the whispers begin. At first it's faint. You think it's just the wind, but no, the walls are speaking. You strain to listen, and it's almost like a voice, a soft murmur brushing against your ears. It's not a language you understand, but the tone is unmistakable, pleading, desperate, mournful. You try to move deeper into the library, but something holds you back. The air feels heavier, thicker, as though the very building is alive, breathing with you. The further you go, the louder the whispers become. And then you feel it, cold fingers brushing against your skin, like someone just passed through you, a presence moving with you. A chill so sharp, it cuts through your bones. You stop in front of an old rotting bookshelf. There's something different about this one. You feel it. Something calls you to it, pulls you in. You reach out, hesitant, and your fingers touch the spine of a book. It's covered in dust, thick with age, but the moment your hand makes contact, the whispers rise to a crescendo. The library seems to shudder, and you pull the book off the shelf. The moment it's in your hands, the room feels darker. The whispers grow louder, more urgent, and then, the page turns itself. You don't know how, but you can feel the turning of the page beneath your fingertips. The whispers stop. A silence so deep, so oppressive fills the room. The air becomes suffocating, and you can barely breathe. You begin to read aloud, the words unfamiliar, but somehow familiar at the same time. The walls seem to pulse with the rhythm of your voice, like the library is feeding off your every word. The air grows warmer, and the shadows shift, as if they are listening, waiting. The words on the page are disturbing, chilling. Stories of those who came before, who tried to leave, but were pulled back into the fold of the library, trapped by its whispered secrets. And then the regret hits. You realize what you've done. The story you've unlocked isn't just a story, it's a curse. The whispers weren't just words, they were warnings. Warnings that no one should have ever come here, that the library was never meant to be opened again. The very walls were alive with the voices of the past, and you unknowingly had invited them back into the world. The temperature drops, and you can see your breath. The shadows are closer now, surrounding you, pressing in on you, their cold touch dragging at your soul. You try to run, to escape, but the doors are gone. The hallway you entered through is just a dead end, leading to nothing but more shelves, more books that you can't read, more whispers that won't stop. Suddenly, you realize you're not alone anymore. The shadows, those whispers, they're moving around you, reaching out to you, pulling you toward the deepest corners of the library. Every step you take, the walls close in, and the whispers become voices, real voices, pleading, screaming, demanding. You see faces now pale and twisted, staring at you from the darkness, their eyes filled with sorrow and hatred. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. The walls are suffocating you. They want you to stay. They want you to become one of them. The whispers are no longer whispers. They are commands. You can't move. You can't breathe. The walls are closing in. And then, everything stops. The silence is deafening. The cold is gone. The shadows are still. For a moment, you think it's over. But then, the book in your hands opens once again, the pages turning slowly, deliberately, and you hear it, the whisper, soft and sweet, right beside your ear. Stay with us, forever. The walls are waiting. The shadows are waiting. And now, you are too. The library's secret will never be buried.